More evidence has emerged about alleged collusion between the pro-Brexit groups that paid data miners Aggregate and that firm's corporate links with Cambridge Analytica. Debate. When questions were raised in the Commons on alleged breaches of electoral law during the EU referendum, vote leaves Michael Gove and Boris Johnson, and the Tories generally, took a low profile. Just 7 Tories in the chamber for this vital debate other than the ministers. It's staggeringly hypocritical that many of them to campaign to leave the EU to enhance our democracy, but fail to show their face in a debate like this. pic.twitter.com/4vanpaupaya, Caroline Lucas, at Caroline Lucas, March 27, 2018. Software shared. It has now emerged that Canadian-based data miner Aggregate developed the software platform Cambridge Analytica used during the 2016 U.S. presidential elections. It's not known whether Aggregate used this platform, or an adapted version, in the run-up to the EU referendum in the UK. The evidence was found by Chris Vickery, research director at cyber resilience firm UpGuard. Files he discovered then disappeared, but notes show that Cambridge Analytica's parent company, Strategic Communication Laboratories, now SCL Group, requested the code be passed to Aggregate's lead developer Koji Hamid Pourseed. This discovery raises further questions about the links between Cambridge Analytica and Aggregate. Cambridge Analytica links. Now, Cambridge Analytica whistleblower Christopher Wiley claims he helped establish Aggregate so that SCL Group could expand its operations. He also claims that Aggregate was basically the Canadian department of Cambridge Analytica. Who are SCL Group, what are they involved in, and what are their links to the British establishment? I made a vid with that Phantom Power 14 Films to explain. https://t.co/sin9nkbxjd, Liam O'Hare, at Liam O_Hare, March 27, 2018. At the Commons Select Committee on Culture on the 27th of March 2018, Wiley stated, "I am absolutely convinced that there was a common plan and common purpose with Vote Leave, Believe, the DUP, and Veterans for Britain. All of these companies somehow, for some reason, all decided to use AIQ, Aggregate. When you look at the accumulation of evidence, I think it would be completely unreasonable to come to any other conclusion other than this must be coordination, this must be a common purpose plan." Here is his testimony. Collusion. Vote Leave whistleblower Shamir Sani claims there was coordination between the groups making payments to Aggregate, so breaking electoral rules. Here are the payments received by Aggregate for the Brexit campaign. In the final stage of the EU referendum campaign, Vote Leave gave £625,000 to Believe, a pop-up Brexit group organised by 23-year-old Darren Grimes. Believe then made 3 payments to Aggregate, $565,500 PDF, $264,000 PDF, and $58,500 PDF. Veterans for Britain, led by Lee Rotherham, the former head of special projects for Vote Leave, paid £100,000 to Aggregate. The Democratic Unionist Party, DUP, received funding from the Constitutional Research Council of more than £425,000 for its Brexit campaign. It paid £32,750 to Aggregate. Altogether, Vote Leave paid a total of £3.5 million to the Canadian company. Grimes, now deputy editor of Brexit Central, run by Vote Leave head Matthew Elliott, told the Electoral Commission that Believe spending was done in isolation of Vote Leave Limited. "We didn't discuss with Vote Leave how we would spend the money apart from telling them that it was for our digital campaign, and that is why we asked for the money to be paid directly to the company we're working with, Aggregate." But since the authorities started to investigate these payments, files have been allegedly deleted. Fair Vote alleges that a senior Vote Leave staff member, Victoria Woodcock, went through a drive shared by Vote Leave, Believe and Aggregate, removing PDF, P3, access for herself and Vote Leave's campaign director Dominic Cummings and digital director Henry Dezzotti from hundreds of documents. Labour uses parliamentary privilege to utterly rip into Vote Leave, Believe. It is therefore hard to conclude anything other than that this was a puppet campaign designed to avoid electoral law. https://t.co/ev4jakesamepic.twitter.com/mugux9oob, Dan Bloom, at DanBloom1, March 27, 2018. It doesn't stop there. Brittany Kaiser, Cambridge Analytica's former business development manager, says she advised Leave EU, fronted by UK IP's Nigel Farage, on how to target voters through social media, and that the work in kind billed by Cambridge Analytica was equal to £40,000 but undeclared by the campaign group. EU campaign recently deleted a webpage called The Science Behind Our Strategy, which says, Cambridge Analytica will be helping us map the British electorate and what they believe in, enabling us to better engage with voters. An archived copy has been retrieved. Elsewhere, it's reported that the Labour Leave campaign received £400,000 of donations, including £15,000 from Vote Leave, £150,000 and a further £25,000 from UKIP donor Richard Smith, £150,000 from Tory donor Jeremy Hosking, and £30,000 each from Tory backers JCB and the far-right The Freedom Association. And then there's number 10. This is Jeff Sylvester, boss of Vote Leave's Canadian data firm AIQ, visiting number 10 last autumn. I'm told his AIQ colleague Zach Massingham went with him, and they also visited Conservative HQ. Number 10 have yet to answer my question as to what their visit was about. pic.twitter.com/OYERQOS, Michael Crick, at Michael Crick, March 28, 2018. Prosecution. Cambridge Analytica has issued a detailed statement, refuting the allegations made by Wiley. Cambridge Analytica subcontracted some digital marketing and software development to aggregate IQ in 2014 and 2015. The suggestion that Cambridge Analytica was somehow involved in any work done by Aggregate IQ in the 2016 EU referendum is entirely false. Meanwhile, lawyers possess a cache of evidence that appears to confirm that Vote Leave and Believe acted to coordinate their campaigns via Aggregate Take. Copies of allegedly incriminating emails, chat room discussions, photographs and other material have been produced. These claim to show that Vote Leave set up Believe to avoid the £7 million spending limit, and that officials from the two campaigns used the same Google Drives to share documents. Gove and Johnson, who both fronted Vote Leave, deny any wrongdoing. But given the new evidence amassed, we may now be entering new territory. Featured image via Back Boris 2012 campaign, Flickr and Policy Exchange, Flickr.